Welcome to this fourth video of lesson number 1, similarity of standard tenth. In previous video, we have seen what is the basic proportionality theorem, which is very most important theorem for your studies of geometry. Now, as an application of this theorem, we are going to learn one more theorem, which is called as angle bisector theorem. Okay, what is this angle bisector of a triangle? What is the statement? The statement will be given to you and you have to understand the statement. What is the antecedent, that is the given part, and what is the consequent, that is the to prove part. So what is the statement given? Let's read first. The bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the side opposite the angle in the ratio of the remaining sides. Now this statement we can clearly see there is no if, though, there. So these statements, if we convert into if and then form, then if we start like this, if the bisector of an angle of triangle divides the side opposite to the angle, okay. So if we can say it is if the bisector of the angle of a triangle, okay. So there should be a triangle, and if we should have a bisector of the angle. Now what it happens? It divides the side opposite to the angle. So if we draw first one figure of an, say, if we have draw a figure of a triangle, okay. Now suppose this is triangle ABC. Now in this triangle, suppose a bisector of an angle. A triangle has three angles. If we can bisect any one angle. Suppose we bisect this angle A. Okay, suppose this is the bisector is B. So if AD bisects that angle A, that is BAC. So this is the given part, this is the bisector. What it happens, that whichever the bisector, that AD, it divides the side opposite to the angle. Which is side opposite to the angle? This is the angle which is bisected by AD. It is dividing in the BC as two parts, BD and DC. Okay, so divide the side opposite, that BC is divided into two parts, BD and DC, in the ratio of the remaining sides. So this divisor is what? It is BD upon DC. This is the ratio of division of the side BC opposite to angle A. In the ratio, now this ratio is say of the remaining side. What are the remaining sides? Remaining sides are AB and AC. If BC is opposite to angle A, the remaining are AB and AC. And whatever the ratio of AB and AC is equal to this ratio. So this is what? AB upon AC. Okay. So this is the statement. Okay. So if this is a bisector, this divides whatever this ratio, it is equal to the ratio of the remaining side. So let's write the given. Okay. So what is the given? In triangle, given should be always written from consequent and using the figure. So in triangle ABC, AD bisects angle BAC. This is the given. And what is to prove? What we have to prove? That this bisector, of course let's cite one more thing, that D points lies on BC. So betweenness is B dash D dash C. This is the betweenness. It doesn't mean that D is midpoint. D can be any point between B and C. Now this D point divides BC, opposite side BC, as BD and DC. So this divides in which ratio? So the ratio of BD upon DC is equal to the ratio of the remaining sides. Of course, this is remaining side AB and AC. This should be taken as AB and AC. So this is the divider. Okay, this is the divider, angle divider. So on the left side we have BD and DC. So whatever ratio we are taking BD upon DC, and for the remaining sides, whichever side of the left side, it is AB upon AC. So we are taking the corresponding parts of it. Okay. So now let's see how to prove this. Now to prove this, we need to think what we have to do. How can we? As I told you, that this theorem we are going to prove with the help of basic proportionality theorem. And what is basic proportionality theorem tells us? That if any triangle Okay, if any triangle in ABC is any side, say line, this is line L or intersecting here at point D and E, which we have seen in the previous video. If it is parallel to the one of the side BC, so L is parallel to BC, then these two parts, it divides the remaining sides into equal ratios. So we know that it is AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. We have seen this basic proportion theorem. Now how it is useful to us? For being it useful, we require DE parallel to BC. Okay, DE should be parallel to BC. Now do we find any side parallel to any one of this? No. Okay, so we have to do something extra which is called as construction, such that this AD should be parallel to something. Now to get parallel line to AD, something like that, and suppose we are taking this as, now we know the test of the parallels. We can use that test for drawing a parallel lines. When means two lines intersected by transversal, the corresponding angles are congruent, or we can say these alternate angles are also congruent. So either using by corresponding angles congruent or congruent, alternate angles congruent, we can draw a line parallel in this figure to AD. Okay, so suppose this AC as transversal. If whatever this angle, if we try to get angle equal to this over here, okay, suppose we draw this something like this, so this can be the alternate angles. If these two angles are equal, then we can get this parallel to this. Now C something will be parallel to AD. Now it should be a triangle. To get a triangle, now this should be extended. Okay, this should be extended here, and we should extend this such that we should get it joined. Take me of this part of the statement, already this. So if I extend this BA here, okay, and this parallel which we got by alternate angles over here, if we extend this, wherever it meets, say this point can be given A, B, C, D, this point will be taken as E. So what we have tried to do, we have tried to draw one parallel, CE parallel to AD. Why we want parallel? Because we have to use the basic proportionality theorem. We want this segment to be parallel to this. Now we have having this, we will try to get this base. Okay. Now if you talk about triangle BCE, here AD is parallel to BC. So now in triangle BCE, we have AD is parallel to CE. So how can we use this basic proportionality theorem? So in that case, BD upon BC is going to equal to what? BA upon AE. This we can get with the help of basic proportionality theorem. Now if you check, the left side is exactly as we want. BD upon DC. This is BD upon DC. But what is the right side? Right side, it is BA upon AE. So BA and AE is again same. Now it remains that AE should be shown equal to AC. If we can show AE is equal to AC, we can prove this equal to this. Okay. So almost this we have got over here, except the denominator of the second ratio. There we want AC, here we have AE. So where is AC and AE? So this is our AC and this is our AE. We need to show these two sides to be congruent. Now these two sides are part of this triangle ACE. When these two sides can be shown congruent, if the angles opposite to them we can show congruent. So if we can show these two angles congruent, then we can show these two sides congruent. Okay. Means to prove this, we have tried to do construction. From construction we got this. Now our target is to prove AC and AE equal. If we can show this, we can prove that. To show this, we need to prove in this triangle ACE, in triangle ACE, if I can show angle C is equal to angle E, if I can show this, I can show this. If I can show this, I can show this, and this can be replaced by this. Okay. So to get these two triangles, how can we show? Now how many angles do we have? We have here 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. Let me number this angle. So this is angle number 1, This is 2 angle, this is the third angle, this is the fourth angle. What we have to show angle third and fourth congruent to each other. That's our target. This is the target. Okay. But what we know about angle 1 and 2. So the angle 1 and angle 2 are already same. It is given that they bisect each other. Now angle 2 and 3, they are also equal because we have drawn this as a parallel and we know that alternate angles are congruent to each other. Alternate angles are congruent. Okay. Now we want to show 3 and 4. But to show 3 and 4, how can we, if 1 and 2, this is common, we can show 1 and 3 equal, correct? But how to show fourth one equal? But if you observe that if these two are parallel lines and this is the transversal, these two are alternate. But when these two are parallel, okay, if I show this parallel sides by say red one, okay, here we have taken this as transversal and we have got this alternate. But if we take this as a transversal, BAE, this line transversal, then angle 1 and angle 4 are going to be corresponding angles. So we can show angle 1 is equal to angle 4. They are corresponding angles, correct? So now here we know that 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 3 and 1 is equal to 4. So these two equal and these two are equal. So to show these two are equal, so all these are equal. 1 is equal to 2, 2 to 3 and 1 is to 4. So actually all these angles are equal. 1 is equal to 2 is equal to 3 is equal to angle 4. It means we can show this part also equal. So these two angles also we can show equal by this relationship between these 4 angles. And now if we can show, so we can show these two angles equal, these two sides equal, which we can take place here and we can prove that. So when you understand this, the way how you have to follow, then now we can start writing the actual proof. So this is actually rough work here we have done. So let's start. First we have to start with the construction. Now what we have done construction, we have drawn ray CE, okay, draw ray CE such that it's parallel to AD. So CE is parallel to AD, and one more thing, E is on this extended BA, correct? And it is B dash A dash E. So here we are telling that these two are parallel and these are collinear points. Means point E is as lying on BA and it is CE also. Okay. So now what we have to do? Now we have to say that these two angles are congruent. Or you can say we have done it this one. Now we can start with proof part. Okay. So let's start with this parallel. Let's show this two alternate congruent. Then let's show this two corresponding congruent. But as these two are congruent by given condition, these two we are going to prove it as congruent. Okay. Now CE is parallel to AD. Okay, this is our construction. Now taking AC as a transversal, taking AC as their transversal, what we can say, angle, this second angle means angle DAC. Angle DAC is congruent to angle third one, that is ACE. ACE. Statement number 1, reason is alternate angles. Alternate angles. Okay. Now taking BE as transversal. BE as transversal, which angles? Now this angle corresponding 1 and 4. So angle BAD. Angle BAD is congruent to angle AEC. AEC. Statement number 2, reason is corresponding angles. Okay. Now after this, I know my board is going to be a little bit smaller for me. So, but these two angles we have shown that second and third congruent, first and fourth congruent. Now we will say, but 1 and 2 are equal, therefore these two are equal. Okay, but these two angles, which one? Angle DAC. Okay, angle DAC is congruent to angle BAD. Statement number 3. Why? It is AD is bisector of angle BAC. So statement number 1, 2, 3. So if the left sides are equal, these two angles are equal, here we are stating that right sides also should be equal. Therefore angle ACE should be equal to angle AEC. Therefore in triangle AEC or ACE angle, this right side one, if left sides are equal, if these two LHS are equal of statement number 1 and 2 from third, then the RHS also should be equal. Then the right side, that ACE, is also going to be equal to angle AEC. So angle ACE is congruent to angle AEC. This we are going to write from 1, 2, 3. Okay. And if these two angles are congruent, we can say that two sides are also congruent. Therefore, AE is congruent to AC. So this is the actually required thing which we have to prove. So we have proved first this, which we have to replace it. And we can say statement number 4. Okay. Now we have to use this in our basic proportionality theorem. Let me read up this part. Statement part I will rub it. Given as well. Okay. Now continuing this proof. Now in triangle BEC or BCE alphabetically, this AD is parallel to CE. This is our construction. Now here we will use our basic proportionality theorem. Therefore, now BD upon DC is equal to BA upon AE. So this is the parallel over here. So BD upon DC is equal to BA upon AE by BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem. And now we are going to replace this AE by AC. And therefore BD upon DC is equal to BA upon AC. This is going to be from 4, where we have written that 4 AE and AC are equal. So this is the thing which we have to prove. So that means here hence we can say our statement is proved. This was our to prove part, and then the answer can be hence the given statement is proved. So in this way we can prove this statement. Now my point is that compulsory that every time we have to use bisector of angle A only? No. If you have this triangle like this, ABC, and if you are going to bisect this angle B, then also you can prove it, but how then construction will change? So always remember this should be the we want that parallel, this BD is parallel. So BD is the angle bisector. BD should be made as a parallel. So try to make Z over here, alternate angle here. So make it alternate angle like this. So which is going to be this and this alternate angle. And then you need to extend this side. Wherever it will intersect here, that point can be your E point. Now these two are congruent, these two are congruent. These are alternate and corresponding. You can get it corresponding here. So this can be your 1, 2, 3 and 4. And in that way you can do. And what will happen if you will bisect angle C here, say ABC, if you will bisect this, so if this is going to be this, so try to get a Z over here, alternate. So alternate, you can get the parallel over here like this. So these two are parallel. And then you will extend this this AC, wherever it will this intersect that point. So it is A, B, C. CD is your bisector. So this can be angle 1, 2, 3, and this 2 and 3 are alternate and 1 and 4 are corresponding. So this point can be E. So it is not always compulsory that you need to bisect angle A only and get the construction part. Either or any way you can do it. Every time the conclusion is going to be the same, that ratio of AD upon DB is equal to here the remaining sides AC upon CB. So whatever you give the name, accordingly the letters will change, but the matter will not change. And this was the angle bisector theorem. In the next video, we will see the converse of BPT as well as angle bisectors, and we will see how to solve sums on them. Thank you very much.